Good morning, everybody. Myself, Dr. Meenakshi Mangar, Associate Professor, Department of Zoology, Government College, Kota. The topic that we will discuss today is parasitic adaptations of Ascaris. Ascaris shows several adaptations to its parasitic mode of life in human intestine. Tough, thick and resistant cuticle covering the body shields against the action of host's digestive enzymes and antitoxins. Ascaris also secretes anti-enzymes that protect it from the digestive enzymes of the host. Power of locomotion counteracts peristalsis of host intestine and compensates for the absence of adhesive suckers and spines. This helps the worm from getting dislodged and remain in the intestine of the host. Muscular pharynx facilitates ingestion of food by sucking action. There is a continuous supply of food. As a result, the alimentary tract is simple without provision for storage. Ingested food is pre-digested so that there are no elaborate digestive glands. Pseudocoelomic fluid serves for absorption, transport, and distribution of food, oxygen, and wastes so that there is no circulatory system. Extremely low metabolic rate and anaerobic respiration enables the worm to live inside the intestine of the host where free oxygen is negligible. Parasite remains well protected inside the intestine of the host from predators so that there is no need for complicated sensory organs which are quite simple. Reproduction is wasteful in the extreme as transfer to a new host is full of many hazards. Firstly, the transfer to a new host is an entirely passive process depending on an accidental ingestion of embryonated eggs by some unsuspecting host. Chances become all the more difficult because the host must be a specific one. Eggs laid by a pig ascaris must be ingested by another pig, and similarly, the eggs laid by a human ascaris must be picked up by another human. Moreover, the eggs must have undergone some embryological development before ingestion by another host. If an egg is not embryonated and ingested prematurely, it will not develop into a new worm. Further, only a warm, shady, and moist environment is suitable for proper development of the eggs. Dehydration and very high or low temperatures are usually fatal to the developing embryos. These and many other hazards are overcome by these parasites by producing large quantity of eggs to ensure greater chances for survival. Thus, a single mature female may contain as many as 27 millions of eggs with a daily production of 234,000 eggs or about 162 eggs per minute, which also compensates for the lack of asexual multiplication and hermaphroditism. Resistant covering or shell provides safety to the zygotes and embryonated eggs from unfavorable environmental factors. They remain viable for years. Minute size and resistant nature of eggs affords far and wide dispersal of the parasite. Infection of a new human is direct without an intermediate host, which makes transfer from one host to another easier and safer. Diseases caused by Ascaris is commonly called Ascariasis. Man gets infected by consuming food and water contaminated with infective eggs. Incidence of Ascariasis is greater in children than in adults. Larvae often prove more injurious than adult worms by causing hemorrhages. They sometimes bore through intestinal epithelium and enter general circulation, which may land them in some vital organ structures like kidneys, spinal cord, brain, or muscles, where they may cause serious injuries. Severe hemorrhagic conditions develop in lungs where they cause petechial hemorrhages and inflammation of alveolar tissue, followed by edema. In severe infection, they may cause acute pneumonia with fatal consequences. Frequently, infection is immediately followed by temperature, that is fever, anemia, leukocytosis, and eosinophilia. Adults usually cause enteritis, and through their migration into vermiform appendix, gallbladder, and common bile duct may cause inflammation of these structures. Adults draw their nourishment from contents of intestine and may suck blood from its wall. Worm produces toxins which may cause irritation of mucous membrane, nervous symptoms like convulsions, delirium, coma, and nervousness. A substance produced by parasite combines with trypsin, thus interfering with protein digestion, which leads to protein deficiency and hence stunted growth, especially among children. Presence of even a few parasites in intestine may result in intense colic pains, abdominal discomforts, diarrhea, vomiting, and mild temperature. Administration of drugs often irritates the parasites, which consequently get entangled in masses to block the lumen. Infection may be diagnosed by examining the stool for Ascaris eggs. Infection can be treated with a dose of hexyllysorcinol crystals in a gelatin capsule after about 12 hours fasting. Soil pollution being the chief source of infection should be prevented. People, especially children, should be made to observe sanitary habits. Vegetables grown in polluted soil should be thoroughly washed and boiled before consumption. Fingernails should be regularly cut to avoid accumulation of egg below them, and hands should be properly soap washed before eating. If reinfection is completely checked, the worms can be got rid of in 9 to 12 months even if treatment is not taken. Thank you.